So 1029 and then 1230. Okay, so the first scan we're going to look at is the enhancing scan. And if you remember the lesion, remember we talked about how they're basically one, but that there's one that's more visible in the back, one more visible in the forward. And the one in the back is the one we see better on this type of scan. Okay. So we're going to take a peek at that one first.
This is the old one, yeah.
Correct. Okay. And so if you remember last time, what we're focusing in on is this area here. And this was even better in 1029. So what we're going to do is look at it from today, if the computer responds. And so what you see here, see how that's a little better compared to here? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And then you can see there.
Wow.
See the ventricle's better.
Yeah, definitely.
And then as you go here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And then.
Holy crap!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Holy cow!
Looks good, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my word.
Yeah, it looks really good. So that's really awesome.
Wow.
And then I'm going to take you to the front one, just since we're on it.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little bit of wisp of enhancement, but that's stable in the interval. And then there's a little bit of wisp here, but it's hard for you to see, but I can definitely see it. Okay. But it's very subtle.
Okay.
But in general, this is actually a little smaller too. See this?
Yeah,
right here?
definitely.
This right here, it looks a little bigger, but it's also like right in the cut, so I'm not sure that it's truly bigger. Okay. You see it kind of faintly there. This is the only part that looks slightly different, in my opinion. Okay. But it's hard to know what it is right now, in my opinion. So, but yeah, everything looks really good. And then we'll look at the one, if you remember me telling you the front one is mostly non-enhancing disease, so that one appears better on this scan. So we'll first we'll start looking at the one in the back first. And you can see these are the same. This is actually part of the front, but you can see that it looks very similar. Okay, so this is the part we're gonna have to keep an eye on this area here, but I don't know quite what it means. Okay. But we'll keep an eye. But this looks completely stable.
Awesome.
And then this all looks stable as well.
See, there's the person.
Here.
Yeah,
exactly.
See, there's his legs.
I see now. So legs, arms, and head, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. But you can see how the dramatic difference there.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
My
Yeah. That one too, right?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
It's quite different.
Holy crap.
And then in the front, you can see that it's primarily pretty stable in the interval. This part up in here. Yeah. And that's really stable.
Cool. Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think all things considered, this is a really, really good scan, obviously. And then the only part we're going to be keeping an eye out for is this little guy here.
Little weird thing.
Yep.
Cool.
He's just
but
got a
it's
little
weird
gas.
because there's part here it looks more full, but yet it looks a little less full here. But this, so we'll keep an eye on that though.
Now, what did the technician? Can you read what the technician said?
Oh, the radiologist.
Yeah.
So here's their formal report. Oh, that's the old one. So honestly, I haven't even looked at this. I usually don't pay attention to what they say. So there has been a right frontal craniotomy, which you already know. A surgical tract extends into the mass of the anterior medial right frontal lobe. The interaxial mass at the anterior medial right frontal lobe demonstrates a partially hemorrhagic interventricular component extending into the right frontal horn on the right lateral ventricle. You want me to skip to the conclusion, or you want me to keep reading? Perfect.
Skip the conclusion.
There's a
Well,
lot.
it says remarkable.
So, impression, brain MRI demonstrates remarkable interval decrease in size of the heterogeneously enhancing interventricular component of the large right frontal lobe interaxial mass. That's the one we are referring to as the back.
Okay.
Presently, the